Let's continue our series on the hidden teachings of Jesus by looking at another quote from Jesus from the Gospel of Thomas. Jesus said, "That which you have will save you if you bring it forth from yourselves." So Jesus is saying that we already have salvation within. We simply need to bring it forth. It's not something that needs to be given from the external. It's not something that needs to be reconciled, redeemed, proclaimed, atoned for, repented for, or earned. And salvation from what? Not from some man-made fairy tale of a hell that's supposed to fear you into good behavior and obedience, but salvation from a powerless life of misery because you've believed the programming that you are a dirty sinner and you're unworthy of a happy and fulfilling life because of some original sin fable. So this actual teaching of Jesus refers to personal accountability. As soon as you start taking accountability for everything that has shown up in your life, the sooner you can go within. All salvation is within, says Jesus. You can go within and change the frequency that attracted that thing into your life in the first place. But if you externalize everything, anything bad happens, oh, that's the enemy. That's not my fault. Anything good happens, oh, I don't deserve that. That must be by the grace of God. I don't deserve that. I'm a dirty sinner. Well, that bad thing is going to continue to show up, not because of some imaginary scapegoat that you've been programmed to believe is out to get you, but because you won't go within and change the frequency that attracted that bad thing in the first place. That bad thing is going to be on repeat in your life until you change the frequency because it's a vibrational match. Or if anything good happens, it's not going to show up consistently until you go within and take inventory of the frequency that is attracting the good thing. What are the belief systems that are attracting that good thing? If you're just programmed into mindlessly, give God all the glory, give God all the glory, this is narcissism. There is no loving parent that requires their child to give them the glory for anything and everything good that has ever happened to them or ever will happen to them forever. This is narcissism. And if it's narcissism, it's ego. And if it's ego, it's man's teachings, not God's teachings. Why? Because God has no ego. Only ego requires to be worshipped. Only ego requires obedience under the penalty of eternal torture. Only ego requires obedience in exchange for love, which actually is transactional love, not unconditional love. So when we start to examine the non-canonical texts, which were excluded from the Bible, we start to very clearly see which narrative is from archaic, out-of-alignment Bronze Age humans with a lust for power and control, and which teachings were meant to teach sovereignty, empowerment, and enlightenment. So what are your thoughts on the Gospel of Thomas or any of the non-canonical texts?